What's up guys, we're Mouse Battles, and today I've got a testing video. I've never done any type of testing before, at least I don't think I have. If I did, it's a delayed video. So, we're going to be testing tips today at the request of Ejector Air Coasters. He wants to see the difference between DS, BS, and WD. So, I have made 3 combos with the BS I normally use, my better condition DS, and a good condition WD. I think so it should be fairly even. We're using Earth Wolf 8145 WD. Now here's my reasoning before I start. I have made 3 bays as opposed to just changing the bottoms. The reason for this is it'll be easier for you guys to tell, the viewers watching, what bottom is being used. So with that, I needed something I had multiple of. That left me with Wolf, Gasher, Pegasus 1, Striker, Capricorn, Serpent, and I believe one other thing that I've got multiple colors of. Bull. I could have effectively used Bull, Aquario, Gasher, or something like that, and pretty equal, or Cygnus, different things like that. But I wanted to be all the same and not different ones, though. Maybe I'll do that next time, because effectively a lot of these are very similar. But I decided to go with Wolf. 8145 because this is stamina tips we're testing, and Earth because it has good stamina but also some defense. I don't want to do burn and have everything just get tossed around. So Earth will give some semblance of defense here for testing its attack base. Or a attack bay, because I made this attack bay. Gravity Destroyer in counter mode because that's what somebody recommended in the tournament, so I assume it's better, but I have no idea if it actually is. R145, R squared up. This isn't going to be insanely, official testing, so it's not perfect. I just have to grab it. And then for stamina purposes, I figured I'd face them against each other, but I'd also face them against Burn, Gasher, BD with a feather face because I'm too lazy to take the bay apart and pin different face bolts and extras, etc. Because BD is one part and Burn Gasher already goes good. So, but this should be good. I think Gasher's used, or at least it used to be considered very good. But I think it still is awesome. I think Gasher's still considered good. So yeah, we will face them against the Stamina Bay first, and then we'll go against the attack. So I will be launching in WD first, followed by DS, followed by BS. Oh yeah. So Earth Wolf 8145 WD. This is all non-4D beat links at the bottom. We have Earth Wolf 8145 DS. This is DS off of Fireview's Dark Helm Hasbro, and 8145 Proto Nemesis with the Blue War from I think the Legendary Beyblade set that came with the Green Serpent. I think I got the Green Serpent. It's the one I did last battle. You guys can go watch that if you want to see the show. That's Destroyer. And then the Silver Wolf that somebody complimented and looked really cool. That's part of the reason I did go with these. And I think this blue gives off the same vibes as this orange. Obviously, they're different colors, blue and orange. My computer just... What does this have to say? I'll optimize my PC. Okay. So, yeah. I like it. It's a cool looking wolf. Obviously, blue and orange are colors, but maybe it's because of the plastic. They give off similar vibes to me. So here's this, and here is Wolf that has WD. This is not my best WD, but I wanted to make it fair. Neither of these tips are in amazing condition, so I don't want to put up a really new WD. I like Wolf. I haven't used Wolf in a while, really, so that's another reason for Wolf. I thought about Capricorn heavily. I thought the colors would go better, though. With the orange and the blue, the all blue with the red tip, and the brown color of Wolf with 8145 WD. So I don't keep up with the meta. I was watching Swift MFB. I think I got the channel right. If you look up Swift MFB, you'll probably find it if I got the channel name. But he was testing Forbidden, which I've never owned before. Oh wow, maybe he won. Oh, no, it didn't. It almost won. I don't want to call everything. He had BD and he spun his like light. Whoa, shoot. He spun his, and his was like amazing. This is the greatest. He had the greatest BD of like all time. I've got one BD, though I've seen Orion not super expensive. So this WD almost won. Here's DS. Very dark with a dark lining. But he said that Flame 230 CS was really big in the meta right now, and I thought to myself, yeah, I've seen 230. I know 230 is really good, and CS, you know, I've seen before. I know CS is really good as well. I'm a big fan of CS. It's got good stamina because it's got plastic on its bottom, but it's still good defense as well. But I had no idea that Flame was meta. That's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Flame is elevated, which is one of the things. That's why he's testing Forbidden. It's elevated as well. Yes, I could spin these bays by themselves and count the stamina, and I've got a second phone to time it, but that's boring as hell. Which is why I'm not doing that. Here's BS. Maybe no, I'm not gonna time these. I don't care that much. I just don't want to time them. I'm sorry, Jet Air Coasters, if that upsets you, but timing them is boring. Maybe if I'm feeling up to talk them. But I gotta have talking points for, you know, my video, my CBT. Custom Beyblade Tournament. I'm glad the election's almost, actually just kidding, the election's not almost over because, my state's got a runoff in both Senate races. Ha 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 ha. So I get to see more Kelly Loeffler ads and more John Ossoff ads and more David Perdue ads. I kind of like Reverend Warnock ads. I generally like the ads that are more of, look what I can do as opposed to, look how bad my opponent is. You know? So they all actually came really close. I think BS was the closest, followed by WD and then DS. You know what, I guess... Okay, fine. We'll test the stamina by themselves. Let me get my timer up. Stopwatch. Okay. I'll watch that again. Okay, so let's talk. I'm not gonna fast forward this. So, well, I might make it a bit quicker to upload. Let's see. Yeah, whatever. I might upload this straight to YouTube with no music, because I don't want to put it through the editor. Movie Maker can take a little bit to like process and stuff, and I'm just too lazy to do that. So, it's a bug. It's a tiny little bug. Oh, he moved. I killed him. Okay, so, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I get to see more political ads for the next. Looks like Joe Biden is going to win the presidency, so, won't have to see any more Biden or Trump ads, but I'll have to see more Senate ads because we have a runoff. Move on. I think just from a outsider standpoint, it's fun watching the. I shouldn't say that. I'm old enough to vote, and I did vote. But it's fun watching to see who gets it, if there are going to be runoffs or anything like that. But I'm not looking forward to another month of political ads. I kind of wish the Libertarian candidates though did a little bit better, So it'd be a 3-hour race instead of a 2-hour race. It'd be kind of cool. But that's that's ignoring all politics and just looking from a complete outsider perspective of, ooh, who's gonna win the race, with not even having like a horse in the race kind of perspective, So we'll stop talking about the election. What else can I talk about? I get to summon a Fako tomorrow. I think that's what I'm going. I'm going for Kato Danzo. Yeah, I believe that's how you pronounce it. She's cool, which is why I'm going to summon for her. Nezha is in a banner right now, and we have a free summon ticket. And I would really like to get Kairon, because even though he's in the main pool, and like Gorgon, who I think is cool. I'm totally not looking into who's good or anything. I'm just like who I like. I didn't get Charon in this banner. I really wanted Charon, so I might prefer Charon over Gorgon. I don't know. It's one of those things. Would I rather have a Gorgon and a Charon, or a Charon, and if I pull a Charon later on, get a merge, up as Noble Phantasm. Okay, so here is Wolf. It's about to go down. I'll stop the timer when it does. 234.2. I will screenshot that just in case. Next will be DS. Oh, it's keeping my total. Well, that's okay. That's fine. And yeah, if I can get those, that'd be cool, because there's another character. Let's see. I forget her name. She's in a weird sounding thing. It's, Zhang Yu's, what's his name? Zhang Yu? Zhang something? Zhang Li? I got him on my Japanese Fego account. He's a 5-star. I think it's his consort. Is it Consort Yu is her name or something like that? She's got really cool looking art, which is the only reason I want her. That's how I summon a Fego. I'm saving my orbs again and find. I think I want to go for Legendary Corrin because I really like Corrin. If she's not on a good colorless banner, then I'll wait because I don't have to have her, and I can save her for other things. I like Elise when she comes back. She's got a cool looking refine. I don't use healers often though, so maybe not. But I'd like to have a Elise. I like her art. I do get the Pleasance every now and then. I've got Cheetah if mine runs out today. My Bay Pass. I mean, it's just who's next. I'm really open for people that I like. Now give me a Raven. That's never gonna happen. Raven's too good. I think it's popular enough. But if I did get a Raven, that would be amazing. I'm a bit tired of the red swords just because there's a lot of red swords. I pulled 2 Lokis. 2 Lokis going for Zane. Off-focus Lokis. The odds of that are so slim. I'm mad. I wanted Zane. I thought he'd be cool. I used a lot of orbs, but I did free summon a Leviatane. Not on the banner. Not on her current banner, but on the last banner. I free summoned her. I think it was just no, it was an off-focus one, because, like, all these characters I don't want, or they're not that good. I don't need them. So I summoned Red, and I got a free summon Leviatane. And that could be a bonus in the Tempest, but I've got Resplendent Lyn, and I really like Lyn. So I'll be using regular Lyn. And I pulled a Ninian free summon, Ninian Tiki duo, and that's awesome. Or is it harmonic? Okay, there's some shaking here. There's some shaking. But yeah. 20 seconds. 20 seconds can outstamina WD. I did look. I think DS is actually on the last tier list I saw. So, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh man. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? 234. Okay. That's basically the same. 234.4. Then there's 234.2. So these are roughly the same stamina. And now, here we go with BS. BS is normally on Virgo, and I really love BS on Virgo. It's not a same tip. I don't use the Sharp Series tips, really. But I love it on Virgo because Virgo is very balanced. I wonder if WD would just be better. Maybe, maybe not. But I love how balanced Virgo is. Virgo is an incredibly balanced bay. If you ever watch Virgo spin, Virgo will stay still, and then with about probably maybe like 10 seconds before it's about to go over, it'll start to wobble and then go over in about 10 seconds total. Very balanced bay, a very beautiful day. So, yeah, some good luck, some bad luck. My friend convinced me to summon for Shamir. I didn't get her, but there's a spark system, so I can spark it. I ended up actually pulling Flame on the free summon, Catherine late in it, and I got a good Seteth right away. So, I have to 5-star him still. Pretty neat. I don't know who I'm going to plus 10 next. I've just finished. I don't have enough Cordelias. I do 4 stars, not 3 stars. Save the 2,000 feathers. I finished Soleil and I finished Corn. So, and Norn, fairly recently. Took a little bit of break. Now I've got enough to do Soth, who I wanted to do. I'm not quite there on Viren. I'd like to do Tailtube, I'm not quite there yet. I could go Robin if I wanted, but I don't really want to go Robin, I don't think. I don't have enough for Lena. I might actually just start Cheetah because I've got the Resplendent. So, I might do that. But I might take the time. 5-star like Hana. And she's got an alt the Ninja Baiter. So, I might start a, the set of 2 I got. It's got a cool support kit. I need to ask somebody about streaming too. And stream with some friends. IRL friends. But I need to ask how you do recording on OBS and all that stuff. All that jazz. So. Wolf is also really cool spinning. I love the look of this wolf. I've always called it the silver wolf since it's got the silver things on it. Sure, you could tell it's blue in the center, but you've got that silver ring. Now, sharp series tips are supposed to be the stamina tips. Wide defense is supposed to be defense, despite not having any defense at all. Ooh. So BS is still very balanced. The thing is, BS though, in I think against other pieces, you know, like if it was facing a really small bay, I think it would go off balance easier. WD and DS don't go off balance. As you can see, BS then just kind of falls over 238.3. So these are all about the same amount of stamina. You just spin them with something. We'll test them against an attack type now. So much for, let's not get tossed out easily like Burn. I'll make sure I get really good launches for my tournament, don't worry. I think I've got the best pieces that I can. But LRF is fucked. This is not a PG channel. I don't really curse much, but it's like legit. It's off. It wasn't spinning at all, like an attack type. It was literally just spinning in the center. It's weird. So we can get the knockout that time. I missed a sliding shoot, and I don't think they're gonna hit each other. So that's not really gonna be useful. So WD, I think everybody knows the stamina of WD, or the defense of WD. It flies over the tornado ridge really easily. DS also flew over the ridge fairly easily. I mean, it's like, you could argue that the spike tips are like WDs with a slightly different shape. Gravity's also really good. So these got knocked out. I got knocked out pretty easily. So did WD. And BS just got tossed as well. This isn't that surprising. That's part of Stamina's thing. Even like I got Earth on it right now, but these aren't. That was really odd watch. Will they hit again? Yeah. Now I'm curious to see what the slightly half the score, just what he can do. Okay, that's not going to be a knockout. Maybe it could be. I don't think it is though. Yeah, I don't need to do this much. These get tossed out pretty easily. So now the question is, what will they do against each other? So we're going to launch in BS first against these two and see how they do. I'll do that again. It's BS and more stamina, which is why. If we can do head-to-head, you have to do that one way. I might swap, do one of each. And launch in first. Switch seating positions so I don't kill my ankles and my knees. I personally think WD is the best of these tips. That's my personal opinion. I do like, I've always liked DS. I like BS on Virgo. I like that it's more balanced. It doesn't fall off balance as easy as the other ones, which is interesting. It's still, you know, like in this case, there's no GB145 on it. But you could see WD does the same thing. WD doesn't wobble, he starts to move in a pattern, which I'll show in a second. That lost because BS went off balance. So he'll start spinning on this part, the wide part, right? And he'll move like that in that pattern. Almost kind of like a weird triangle or a star, kind of like a star, I'd say. So what else do these do? I'm curious to see. I like WD though. I think DS is good. I think BS's problem is, like every Sharp Series tip, DS and EDS kind of have a buffer to not go completely off balance. BS doesn't have that, so if he does get knocked over a bit, he'll go off balance and scrape and go down. DS and WD each have a type of buffer. WD can't really fall over until he's, you know, out of stamina because of his shape. And DS even has a spike tip surrounded by a cylinder, where the spike part is just sticking out a little bit. And you can see this is why BS is not as good. The BS is the worst of these bottoms. For that reason now. Wolf did a little bit better here. I'm not doing that battle over again with DS getting launched in first because the problem isn't stamina. I feel like this came off that. There we go. The problem isn't stamina, the problem is, you can note this WD might be not as good as others, it's a little bit aggressive. It's off balance. So BS is the worst because of that. The question is which of these is better. I'm a bit tired. I took a nap earlier. I'll probably go for a while. Gotta record these though before it gets too late. I probably should record some stuff that's not CBT2. CBT 26. I haven't done one in a long time, so it'll be fun. I'm a little tired. I can't believe Flame is meta. That's insane. It's Flame. It's Flame. This one's Flame now. I guess it is probably got good stamina though, being Flame, and it is elevated. Now I believe I launched in BS first. So we will launch in WD first now. On DS, being launched not right into the center is a bit more aggressive, but not as aggressive as WD was. As you guys hopefully remember, Stock Wolf, yeah. Stock Wolf is WD. Blue Wolf is BS. Not BS, DS. And the Silver Wolf from Metal Masters is DS. So this is WD versus DS, with WD being launched first. Now they're both, you can see, going back and forth, wobbling a little bit. And this time DS won, and he was a little bit more, so DS might have a bit more stamina than WD. The question is, though, is how much of this is on the WD. Because now if I make a quick halftime adjustment, which, by the way, halftime adjustments are just journalism jargon. That doesn't happen in the NFL, according to Coach Marvin Lewis. I love Marvin Lewis, but that is a funny quote. Halftime adjustments and journalism jargon. Oh. Halftime adjustments are not journalism jargon. That was also bad. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. So WD's in first. I switched WDs. I would say this one is super worn, but you can see it was a bit aggressive. My Ds are very worn. I do have a couple of newer SDs. One's on Nightmare Rex and one's on the newer Poison Serpent. The reason I try this is because I did this with Virgo and Eagle. Virgo won twice, and then I put on Eagle's better tip and not, because I got 5 Eagles, and not my oldest Eagle tip, and, well, Eagle won. that was on my second channel, my old second channel, Epic Blader 13, if you guys want to go watch it. It has no views last time I checked. So even with the newer WD, he might have gotten that. I couldn't really tell. He brings it to more of a tie. That being said, this DS isn't exactly what you call new either. So, in the end, you might be able to say DS is a bit more standard. Did I just take this off without a tool? I think I did. So now I can't get this off. Okay, tool. That's the closest one. Okay, let me take this off. I can put this back on my Beyblade tournament. I wonder what WD would 2D would do. I don't think it's as popular. I've always liked it though, personally. That's just me. I've used it in some tournaments, and by tournaments I mean online tournaments, CBTs. I've never done anything super competitive. So that ends it. You can make the decision, your own decision on what you think is the best. I will always be a WD person, so that's still my favorite here. But DS was very good, and maybe had a bit more stamina. You could do comprehensive attack testing. This is defense prowess, but yeah. Overall, I think BS has good stamina, very good stamina. It's just a bit off balanced. So I think WDDS is a toss-up. I think they're both on like tier lists on the WBO website or something. If you look up a tier list there, I think they're both like on there for stamina. I think EDS is as well, and EWD. But yeah, I'm a WD fan, so I'll stick with WD. But you can choose which one you like. You can decide for which one you thought was the best. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll see you guys later.